Edenise Technologies. We are still on our course Learning PowerPoint for Beginners. And if you are here to subscribe to our YouTube channels, do well to hit your subscription button, turn on your notification bell to get notifications from Edenise Technologies on more edifying and more inspiring contents. Today we'll be looking at how to add background, themes, timing, and then transition in your PowerPoint presentations. First of all, we go with adding of background. To add background in your PowerPoint presentation entails use of pictures, images, the ones that are there in the internet, the ones that are defaultly set by your computer, the ones that you have saved in your document that you wish to set as your document background in PowerPoint presentations. Briefly, we are going to be exploring some of these features and how to go about them and how they work in PowerPoint. The first thing you need to do is, as you are seeing on your screen, is to go to your Design tab, click on Background Style, and then you go to Format Background. Now, in this drop-down, you have various forms of background, which we are going to be experimenting on some of them to see how it works. Then we'll have this, the gradient fill. If I want to apply this, I will simply click on Apply All and then close the tab. And here is the feature of my PowerPoint presentation where my audience can view it. And if peradventure the background I have set makes it impossible for my audience to see what I have written, I may choose to edit it. I may choose to go back from the style where I began from, or I may choose to right click on the page and then go to Format Background. Then I'll choose another field, Pattern Fill, and then make my choice from all the backgrounds field I can see. You can see your screen. If I choose this, to click on this and apply it to all the pages, then closing my tab, you can see that the work look a bit fancy. I find it a bit difficult to read what is on the page. So meanwhile, I have to as well edit it. If I want to edit it, I will simply right click on the page, go to Format Background, and then edit the background I have set, either by setting it back to white or changing it to another color, and then applying it back to all, and the effect takes automatically. Now, take for example, I want to set a picture background. I'll simply also right click on my page, go to Picture and Texture Fill. As you can see right on your screen, you click on the Picture and Texture Fill, and then you have a drop down of options. Number 1 is File, number 2 is Keyboard, number 3 is Clip Art. And now we're going to be using the file because it is my wish to pick a picture that I have previously saved in my computer. Now I am clicking on my file, and immediately it takes me back to my computer document. I have some pictures I have saved in my desktop, and I'll make a choice from any one of them. Now I am choosing this. Then I am inserting it to my work. Now, because it's only applicable in the first page, as you can see here, all I need to do is to apply it to all, and all the pages I have worked on will have this picture as its background. And here we are giving a test run. And now I'm closing my tab. You see, all the pages had this picture of this beautiful lady as its background picture. And if I go to page 2, you see it, page 3, page 4, slide 1 again, and then the picture appears as I have wanted to do. Now, if eventually I want to edit this picture to make it a bit fancy so that the write-up on my screen will be visible. I will as well right click on my desktop, then go to format background. Here now, I just have to adjust the transparency to make it a bit faint, then adjust my transparency to 85% or 89%. Otherwise, let's make it 75%. Then I'll apply it. I'll click apply to all and close my tab. You see, the picture has taken a new look. It's as if the picture is hidden under the page. And if I want that picture to come back to normal the way it were before, I will simply also right click on my page, go to format background, and then set the transparency again to either 5, 0, 31, or whichever way you want it to be. I may choose to leave it at 24. Then I will click on apply all and close my tab, and here you are, the background picture has been set. The same thing is applicable in adding of themes. I am already in the page where I can comfortably add themes to my background as well. All you are seeing here in the design tab are all called themes, and each of them I click, my work takes that look of that theme and is automatically applied to it. If I click on this one, my work takes that look. Any one I choose from these themes, my work takes that look. And if peradventure the ones here are not okay for me, you may choose to click this button, and here you have various options and themes that you may choose how you want your work, your presentation to look like. And you have to be careful while selecting some themes, because there are some additional features the theme add to what you have already written. Some change the font size, or change the font text, so that what you have written either in italics may take a new shape or have a little change of alteration. Also, what you have written either in capital letter in Cambric font may take the shape of Times New Roman. So you must have to be a bit careful in choosing of theme and then applying it to your work, so that you will not end up making your work more or less uninterested to your audience. So the background you are seeing is all about choosing a background picture or adding a background image to your work and then adding themes. The next thing we are going to be looking at in this presentation is how to add transition to your work. I will simply go over to the taskbar, click on the transitions, and here we have various transitions that is applicable in PowerPoint presentation. And there is also options for you to make choices from other ones that are not visible at the screen. That is when you click on the dialog box, as I have just did. But one thing you need to know about animations is that some animations are a bit tiring, so that when you click them, it makes the work look a bit shady, that the audience will not be able to capture what you are doing. So I will simply use the one that is easier for me, the random bars. And I have clicked on the random bars. How am I going to make the random bars applicable to all the pages? Because if you are looking at your screen, you see the random bar is only applicable to my slide 2. Now I want the random bar to be applicable in all the pages. I will simply come over here and click apply to all. And now the random bar transition is now applicable to all the pages. How do I see how this works? I'll come over to slideshow, down the page here, click on my slideshow, and then when I click on my mouse, the transition automatically works the way I want it to be. As you are seeing it, the effect taking, as you are seeing the effect taking place on your screen, right on your screen here. So now I click on the scale bar to return to my page. Another thing we need to be looking at in this presentation is how to add timing to your transition. What is the function of timing? Timing enables you to switch from slide 1 to slide 2 without either using the remote button or the mouse button or the navigation button. Now, I may wish to set the timing of my work to 3 or 4 seconds. Okay, let's use 4 seconds. At the hit of 4 seconds, the next slide turns over to the second one. At the hit of another 4 seconds, the second slide turns over to the third slide and continues that way. Let's give it a trial. I have set my timing to 4 seconds, and what I need to do to make it applicable in all the work is to also hit the apply to all button, which I have just did. Then I'll go to slideshow and click on slideshow. Just look, hold on, and see how the effect will take. This is slide 1. After 4 seconds, it goes over to the next slide. You notice immediately that after 4 seconds, there is a turnover of one slide to another. This is how transition timing works in Microsoft PowerPoint. It might interest you to know that the transition I have set into 4 seconds may not be enough for me to finish or exhaust the point in the first slide or explaining it to my audience. So you have the leverage as well to set the timing in the number of minutes it will take you to exhaust your point in a particular slide before it turns over to the next slide. If not, it will be your audience will find it a bit cumbersome or a bit difficult in following the points you are trying to make. So in this presentation, we have been able to review how to add background image, background picture, and how to modify it to our text. We have also been able to look on how to add theme to our work and how to make transition work in Microsoft PowerPoint. And our last lesson today was how to look at transition timing, how to time your work to transit from slide 1 to 2 to 3 and what have you in your presentation. So that is that about adding background, theme, timing, and animation in Microsoft PowerPoint. See you next time for more edification and then modification in PowerPoint presentation. But before we go, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channels, Edenise Technologies. Click on the notification bell, turn on your notification bell to get more edifying contents from Edenise Technologies.